Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mystic here with another video, and today, in the spirits of Halloween, we're going to be doing a review on the Outlast 2 demo. So this demo has been out for quite some time now, but we are finally getting around to doing a review on it. But quick disclaimer before we jump into it: if you tend to have a soft stomach or cannot look at graphic content, I guess you could say, then you probably shouldn't look at this video. Because this game does have some rather gruesome parts in it, I guess you can say, considering that it is a horror game. So, if you don't like looking at stuff like that, then you might want to click away right now, because, I do have some graphic, so to say, clips in this video. So with that aside, this game is actually really good in terms of a horror game. Probably the only thing I don't like, though, is the fact that jump scares. I mean, a lot of horror games nowadays, yeah, they've been using jump scares. Like, pretty much every horror game uses jump scares nowadays. But the thing that I don't like about Outlast 2, in my opinion, is that it's very predictable. One thing that some horror games get away with when it comes to jump scares is the fact that they're very unpredictable. You don't know when they're going to come up. Although Outlast 2, in my opinion, of course, I just felt that they were very predictable. I mean, maybe, I just jumped to conclusions and I was right half the time. But I don't know. I just felt they were really predictable. They just, they build it up. They built up the climax of, getting to the jump scare or such in a cliche way to where, you could predict it. It's like, oh, this is obviously going to be a jump scare. And then sure enough, there's a jump scare. That's literally the only thing I did not like about this game. Other than that, this game was amazing. The intro is very smooth in my opinion. The gameplay is very smooth. Like the movement and all that stuff, it's very smooth in my opinion. It's really nice. The way it looks, you can see right here, the game looks really good. I don't know what engine this game is made on, or is being made on, better say, because I don't believe this game came out yet. But I mean, it is just amazing. The interaction, by the way, with this game is actually very good. Actually, I didn't expect it to have the kind of interaction as it did. Granted, they don't really lead to a lot of different places, but the fact that you can still do it and that it leads to your paranoia is just really good. Because as you saw there, I knocked on the door, and, he said his little line, and then, nothing happened. So I was like, okay, well, great, thanks for the help, buddy. But yeah, so, but it's just, the interaction is actually very well, despite, it doesn't really add to anything. And as you can see there, there's your first encounter with the little bad guy over there, just stalking you down, which is always nice. It's always nice to have a little stalker just following you wherever you go. And so this is where the gruesomeness starts. Now, this actually isn't that bad. It actually gets worse, believe it or not, or at least in my opinion, it gets worse. But that's where it starts. You just see that slaughtered cow with its intestines hanging out, which is, it's always nice. And as you see there's another guy stalking you, which is just sweet. It's, I guess they're bringing Valentine's back a little early, a little weird. But oh well. So yeah, so basically, overall the game, it's scary. You can't deny it. It is scary. Whether, yeah, it's jump scares, and jump scares are highly overused in my opinion now in horror games, but they do still get you nonetheless. You can't argue that they can't get you because it's a jump scare. Now, granted, a lot of people, get mad of that because, it's cheap scare. It's like a cheap way to make a horror game, which I do believe that in that argument. I really do. But again, you can't really argue that it's not scary because it is downright. It's hella scary. But I mean, that's just what they chose to do, and I just didn't like it. I just thought it was too predictable. I mean, honestly, what I thought was the scariest part of this game was the scenery. Like this right now, you're literally just walking down a dark forest with crosses everywhere. And granted, I don't have the audio on right now because I forgot I had my mic on, so you could hear background noises and stuff like that, and I didn't want that. But there's like this really creepy music that just goes phenomenally with the setting, and it just makes everything so creepy. And this is probably the second, kind of eerie part in this game where it's like this crib that's just all bloody. Obviously, infant has been there, unfortunately, and it's just a really dark room. But then it just continues to this, which the first time I saw this, I could not believe what I was playing. Like, it was quite intense that they actually put this in the game, to be honest. It was just really shocking, but it just made the experience way more frightening and spooky and stuff like that. And so I thought that really brought the game up in terms of scariness. Like, honestly, if the game didn't have jump scares, like if they would have brought the instant scare in a different way, I would have loved the game way more, because I just really didn't like the jump scares. The jump scares really just ruined the game for me. But like the scenery by itself with the eerie sounds and stuff like that, it really could have just carried the game by itself, in my opinion. And as you see here, you got this creepy well right here, and this is where the video is going to end. But I mean, overall, I thought the game was very well made. Again, the only thing I didn't like was the jump scares. That's literally the only thing I didn't like. But other than that, this game, in my opinion, I'd probably give it like a 8 out of 10. It's really just the jump scares and all. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more reviews. And let me know what you think down below about this game. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.